Say what you want to say about Charles Barkley, and I don't agree with him a lot on certain things that he says. But when he's funny, funny, and when he's accurate, he's accurate. And when he's got one-liners, he got one-liners. But when he's talking about the game of basketball, he's one of the best honest minds. That's another reason why I'm gonna miss the TNT situation when they go to ESPN, because I don't know if he'll be able to be as uncut to say what he says. He says something that I talk about all the time when I talk about modern day players and teams, and people don't like it when you say it. But he was right about the Houston Rockets, who I think Udoka is one of the best coaches in the NBA, bar none. And he said something about the Houston Rockets, who I do enjoy playing. Um, but he said something that he says they're talented, but they can't play basketball. He says when they learn to play, until they learn how to play basketball, I know what he's meaning. People think because you talented, because you shoot threes and you hang on the rim, that that's all it takes. And Kenny Smith was like, well, they're 21, 22, 23. He said, I know that, but I've seen guys who came in and got the fundamentals. When you saw Magic Johnson, he was fundamentally sound. He understood how to play at a high level. Larry Bird did too. Tim Duncan did too. Okay? You come in, you win. You have to learn the fundamentals. The turnovers and the way they played against Golden State, he was right. Steph Curry had an off night, and Steph Curry is starting to get older by your eye sockets. He does need some assistance. He still can play 2 or 3 years, I think, but it's starting to. But one of the problems is they're just not a good team. They need another piece to win the championship. Talking about Golden State. Houston has the kind of pieces in place. They'd almost run them off the court. There's a difference between Shea Grace Alexander, what you see how Shea runs and how he keeps getting better. There is a difference when you see certain guys who just got it, where Jokic gets better, you know. Even though they either got to put a better squad around him because it looks like he padding at points, but he can flat out ball. You can't deny. But the Rockets are like what I see with a lot of teams. Jalen gets those dunks, they O's and R's. However, you're not winning. You're not playing fundamental basketball where those games don't all come down to the same thing. You're actually seeing maturation where your game gets better, where you're enhancing your game. And see, that's the problem what you run into. People have a hard time trying to understand. You're not saying you don't belong, but you can't. It's what I call raw bone talent. Remember when I use a baseball, I used to watch Pedro Martinez pitch. And I used to say he was raw bone until he learned how to throw other pitches. And then once he could throw other pitches to go along with his fastball, he was unstoppable. You learn over time. You can fundamentally see guys that are playing because they're athletic, but they're not the game. You can see the turnovers, the carelessness, and you're one of those kind of people like, okay, I'll make up to it. Well, you get against a team that knows how to put the clamps on you, there is no coming back. And you have to eventually learn how to play the game the right way to go to the next level. Because it's one thing to be a team that's just in the mix. It's another to be a threat. And I do think they got potential. I think they got a lot of upside. But it is, I understand exactly what he's saying. I get asked about, like, with the Rockets. I said, if they had somebody who was fundamentally on that team with what they got, they could come out the West. They could be a problem if they get that. Because they are young. And also the discipline and the kind of errors that they make. You're very fortunate, because I'll tell you something. This is Steph about 5 or 10 years ago. You get waxed last night. You'll have 19 in a quarter, almost. This is the difference, because you have to make the game understand, and it has to come. So it comes with maturation. But I got exactly what he was saying about the Rockets, because I say that a lot about people don't always understand. They think I'm hating, saying it's like a singer who can sing but doesn't understand the songs. Just because you got talent, you still got to have the songs. You got to have everything connect. So you got to connect with the material to what you got. Can't just because you got talent. A lot of people got talent. You got to make it apply where it makes a statement. So it's from head to toe. Understand the motion. Peace and like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments. And I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like and hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free, stay true. I'm out one time. Peace.